Yo, peace, everybody. Starting in a couple minutes, making sure everything is on point, making sure I can hear myself and all that stuff. Cause yeah, where it goes. Yep. One thing I want to do is make sure Oh, I did not know this was gonna happen. Check. Check 1 2.
upside your head. We gonna come on, upside your head. We gonna upside your head. Now I'm as natural as holy water, super like Clark Kent. Spend my last dollar, only made 15 cents. Natural progression, got my whole life invested. Flipping freestyles for change. Cause dollar makes sense, but it don't make peace. Bringing music to the people, bringing souls to ease. Music is your right, you got to unite. My people, are you feeling alright? Whether you're a woman, child, or man, we're making music for the people, doing all that we can. Whether you're a woman, child, or man. Whether you're a woman, child, or man. Whether you're a woman, child, or man, we're making music for the people, doing all that we can. Yeah. Who's upside your head? We gonna who's upside your head? Yeah. Come on, who's upside your head? We gonna who's upside your head? Come on, who's upside your head? We gonna who's upside your head? Gonna upside your head. Come on. There was just 4 bars, face to face with rock stars. Every second would count, every moment the bounce, playing with sound, making time on a recover seconds. Medicine for wounded, hopeless, give blankets. Murdered MCs for trying to double fist me. Not the best, but the best they can be. Funny how you're mocking me, your biggest fans are dropping. Swagger MC, swagger wants to be me. Trend, that's me. Time confines me, I'm fake, that can run on some hungry human beings when, oh, too much to bear, food is bare, your stomach is there. I know it's not fair. Why would God hand me the game? If you're hungry, just eat my name. Let it stick to your ribs. Whatever you do, just don't do this, kids. Come on now. Who's upside your head? We gonna who's upside your head? Come on. Who's upside your head? We gonna who's upside your head? Come on, who's upside your head? We gonna who's upside your head? Gonna who's upside your head? Come on. Bridge is over, the bridge is over. The bridge is over, the bridge is over. The bridge is over. Yo.
It goes upside your head, cause there's a gap in your communication. Big brother dropped the bomb like PlayStation. But this ain't 1979, this is a whole new era where they trick your mind. Make your mind trick the body think the mind is crazy. Speak on some truth, the police wanna tase me. Die like a martyr, the community will praise me. Airbrush a mirror of my face on a Mercedes. Where my ladies, protect your babies. Teach the youth not to be scared, think y'all daily. My people living foul, keep your eyes to the sky. You and I got to do for you and I, yes sir. Find it in your heart to forgive them. All the youth really want is to live them. And when Babylon come and try to deceive them, Judge a love of one be there to receive them. Find it in your heart to forgive them. All the youth really want is to live them. And when Babylon come and try to deceive them, Judge a love of one be there to receive them.
Graffiti on the great Bob Marley inside graffiti. Graffiti on the great Bob Marley. Inside graffiti. That was knowledge to me. It taught me.
The app is natural, it's holy water, super like clock, can't spend more.
Inside graffiti. That was knowledge.
Natural is holy water, super like clock, can't spend my last dollar on the
Graffiti.
can't spend my last dollar, only made 15 cents.
Inside graffiti.
My last dollar only made 15 cents. Natural progression, got my whole life invested.
Knowledge to me. It taught me that this country ain't giving no
Progression, got my whole life invested. Flipping freestyles for change.
Bruce Stocker G. That was knowledge to me.
Invested. Flipping freestyles for change. The dollar makes sense, but it's all
Bob Marley. Inside graffiti. Bruce Stocker G.
change. The dollar makes sense, but it don't make. It's bringing music to the people, bringing soul.
Or the great Bob Marley. Inside graffiti. Bruce Stocker.
But it don't make. It's bringing music to the people, bringing soul to ease. Music is your right, you got to unite. My people, are you feeling alright? Whether you're a woman, child, or man, we're making music for the people, doing all that we can. Whether you're a woman, child, or man. Whether you're a woman, child, or man. A woman, child, or man, we're making music for the people, doing all that we can.
Autobiography or the great
We can.
biography or the great
People doing all that we can.
his autobiography or
Music for the people, doing all
Malcolm X's autobiography or
making music for the people.
Malcolm X's autobiography or
Man, we're making music for
Malcolm X's autobiography
we're making music.
X's autobiography
Child, man, we're making music for the
Malcolm X's autobiography
man, we're making music for the
Malcolm X's autobiography
child, man, we're making music.
Malcolm X's autobiography
A woman, child, man, we're making
X
music.
and Malcolm X's auto
A woman, child, man, we're making music for the people, doing all that we can. It's good to boost upside your head. We gonna boost upside your head. Come on, boost upside your
just wanna see
head. Come on, boost upside your head. We gonna boost upside your head. Come on, boost upside your head. We gonna boost upside your head. From your boost upside your head.
Come on.
There was just 4 bars, face to face with rock stars. Every second would count, every moment that bounce, playing with sound, making time on a recover seconds. Medicine for wounded, hopeless, give blankets. Murdered MCs for trying to double fist me. Not the best, but the best they can be. Funny how you're mocking me. Your biggest fans are dropping me. I ain't no swag MC. Swagger wants to be me. Trend transcends me. Time confines me. I'm fake that can find amongst the hungry human beings when there's too much to bear. Food is bare. You can barely see if your stomach is there. I know it's not fair. Why would God hand me the game? If you're hungry, just eat my name. Let it stick to your ribs. Whatever you do, just don't do this, kids. Come on now. Boost upside your head. We gonna boost upside your head. Come on. Boost upside your head. We gonna boost upside your head. Come on, boost upside your head. We gonna boost upside your head. Gonna upside your head.
Come on.
Bridge is over, the bridge is
Come
over.
on.
The bridge is over, the bridge is over. The bridge is over. Yo.
It goes upside your head, cause there's a gap in the communication. Big brother dropped the bomb like PlayStation. But this ain't 1979, this is a whole new era where they trick your mind. Like, yo,
just wanna see you but no stick to the plot we fucking dead come on I get to the top just wanna see you but no stick to the plot we fucking dead
Let's just get into it. You don't want to, but you got to do it. No need to hate, just keep it moving. This is the way we keep.
I got them singing like I'm feeling good cause I'm about to do it big in life.
This is the way we keep grooving.
I got 'em singing like you feel like.
We keep grooving.
I got 'em singing like you feel excited cause you know I'm about to kill the mic. Yeah, I
Keep grooving. And that's
kill the mic. Yeah, I got 'em singing like we getting right steady, puffing on that kryptonite.
grooving. And that's the moment you be.
Yeah, I got 'em singing like.
And that's the moment.
Push my to the side, take a drive with I don't lie.
Keep grooving. And that's the moment you be you and I'ma be me too. And
To the side, take a stride with pride. I'm feeling alive. Yeah, I got that fire in my eyes.
moment you be you and I'ma be me too.
I got that fire in my eyes. Screw the hype. I'm letting fake time and passion collide. Riding the crest of the tide, giving the best of my try. In every endeavor, my mind's getting better with time. Making music to prove that I will never resign. So while the public's consumed by getting cheddar and dimes, I'm hitting up the local pub to kill the stress and unwind. Ha! I thought I told you I'm a traveling man. Always having plans, always having plans, always having plans, always having plans, catching trends with bags in each hand. Plus, I got a flow like the collapse of a dam. And battle plans like Winston Churchill, I'm the last one to stand. See, I don't tell lies, I'm really living through the music, but I'm boozing like a loser, and I'm getting sick of puking. Need a fusion of the endless producers and distribution. And I got no mass, so control over and tell it to it. Yo, I've been waiting so
honestly going to pieces of pie. Keeping our hands down because we was never reaching the sky. I got the homies, so we know we need to stay in our place away. Hang like some American dream. Only way to get on with mammies and black faces, we ain't bringing in the when we catch the case.
we was at so control over and tell it to it. Yo, I've been waiting so long, trying to find.
The history was complicated, but the plan was basic. Everybody
So long, trying to find.
plan was basic. Everybody did this way.
Trying to find.
Everybody did this way.
Find my road and I finally know where to go. I've been waiting so long, grinding on my own, and I finally know where to go. I've been waiting so long, far away from home, and I finally know where to go. I've been waiting so long, trying to find my road, and I finally know where to go. Cause in my head and I spit a jubilant verse. Probably cause I'm drinking Rebel till I'm super alert and mixing that shirt. But screw it, and getting more and more distant and shitty music is birth. But we the truth, come on man, it's the crucial rebellion. See, we sample what we want, it's not like music is selling. Remember when you could go to the store with whack IDs, but times change. I mean, I used to love the Black Eyed Peas. See, that's why I always talk in such a matter-of-fact tone. Cause you don't wanna see me in my counter-react mode, but I'm down to just act grown. I'm taking no action. It's the power of potential energy, control passion. Yep, it's not drastic. I'm just really going at it. Shit, I'm only here to make your ear feel orgasmic. I've been so long trying to find my road, and I finally so long.
History was complicated, but the plan was basic. Sell sex, sell drugs, sell soul. Cars sell pictures and so much. The previous generations, but we the kids of the sometimes saying we make it. Yeah, their ancestors, but we got their kids. So we can all keep about what they did. We got we got strength open into every fiber of it's just a message from Kiana Dillon and Sam Quinn.
Give a shout out to hip hop greatest Tupac Shakur and Ricky Rich for the inspiration on the hood. This how we doing it though. Yeah. You know what I mean? Black history month, the shortest month.
You know, I just know certain things and not how to work everything. This is
Jerry, can you hear me?
Hello?
Jerry, can you hear me?
I can kind of hear you, but not really.
Oh, now, can you hear me?
A little better, but still, it's just really broken up, man. I can't really understand what's.
All right, let me try something else real quick. Can you hear me? Jerry,
Yeah, that sounds better.
you still can't hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Jerry, can you hear me?
Yeah, now you're coming through.
Hello? Jerry. Let's see what's going on. Jerry, you can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Jerry.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you, but it doesn't sound like you can hear me.
Jerry, you can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yep, can you hear me?
Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda, can you hear me?
Yes, hi. I can't hear you now. Are you saying anything? What you doing? Hello?
Hello, can anybody hear me?
Hello? Jerry, can you hear me? Rhonda?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi.
Rhonda, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Jerry?
I can hear you. But it sounds like you guys can't hear me.
No, I can hear caller 2. I can hear you both.
Jerry, how you doing?
I'm doing well. And yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
Somebody say something. I can't hear anybody.
But I hear you, Maurice. In the world.
I have no idea what's going on right now. Wow. Here, let me see something. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
How's it going?
Okay,
It's
can you hear
going.
me?
Jerry, you're back. Oh my gosh.
It's not me that was gone. It was you that was gone.
Jerry, it was all you, bro. It's always you. When it's right, it's you. When it's wrong, it's you. Actually, when it's
Why
wrong,
it's gotta
it's
be like that? You know?
wait, Jerry. When it's wrong, it's you. When it's right, it's me.
We have to take individual responsibility, bro.
Brother.
Good luck with that, Jerry.
Hey, Rhonda, watch your mouth now. This is your first time on. You can't get kicked off. I hate to do it to you on your first time on.
I love you too. It's my second time. Thank you.
Your
That's
second.
what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay, all right.
This isn't your first time, huh?
First time in 5 years. My bad.
You know what?
Yes, ma'am.
You look marvelous, darling.
Thank you. I lost a lot of weight. You like that?
I see that. You look amazing. Oh my
Ooh,
God. It's gone to your fat head.
Jerry can't handle this. Jerry can't handle this. Jerry
I can hear you.
Jerry wants to be the censor.
She said you looked amazing. She didn't say you looked good.
You know, Jerry. Hey, Jerry.
I like Jerry.
You know, Jerry. You guys hold on. I'm gonna switch my mic. Make sure it's on the right one.
I had to check in with you. I had to check in with you, my friend.
So what's the
Decided to
occasion?
come
What
hang
brings
out
you
with you.
around this time?
Hmm?
What's the occasion? What brings you around this time? At this time, I should say.
At this time, wanting to get here and everything else, allowing everything else to get in the way. And I refuse to do that because I love my friend Maurice very much. He's one of my dearest friends and I enjoy supporting him.
Rhonda, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, word? Can you hear me good?
Yes, I can hear you well.
How come you're not? Hey, don't be trying to correct me, all right? You know, you're gonna come on my show, you're gonna talk trash,
Like
and then
we've
you're gonna
never been
correct me.
apart. Look at that. See?
You know,
Best
Jerry, this
friend
is
ever.
it's like you're a female Jerry, and Jerry's a male you.
Yeah, so you're twice
But
blessed.
yeah, we should be communicating with proper grammar and all that stuff, etiquette, all of that stuff,
Oh, so you're gonna okay, so you're gonna throw that whole being perfect on me type thing. Okay. All right, I got you. Hey, Rhonda, how come you're not on camera?
Because I don't feel well.
You should put like a graphic or something on so it's not just like a thing to
Now
say.
you tell me what to do, as usual.
Wait a minute, because
Rhonda, I miss you. Glad to see, that you're on here at least.
oh yeah, that's right. Thank you. I was trying to figure out what to say. Hey Rhonda, I miss you. I'm glad to see you on here. How you been doing?
I'm doing a lot better. I'm doing really well.
You know what?
I can't complain.
I knew you was doing really well.
I wasn't for a while.
Oh really?
We'll talk later on that one, but
We could talk right
yes,
here. What was going on? No, I'm just messing with you.
really. Anyway, we're moving.
You're moving?
We're moving.
Where you moving to?
Bleeding Hills.
Oh, where? I thought you owned that house. You don't own that?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. Are you now the place you're moving to? Are you buying that?
No.
Oh, you gotta buy it. When you gonna buy your house?
When you give me the money for it.
Yeah, hey Jerry. Jerry.
Yeah.
So how was your week, brother? How was your week?
Oh yeah, you want
Maybe you're doing something a whole lot cheaper.
to change the whole conversation now, right?
No, I'm just messing around.
No,
Hey.
we're moving
So
to
where
a
are you
single
moving
family
from?
house.
Yep.
So we're gonna find out what it's like to have our own place, because apparently when you move into a single family home, you're responsible for the property.
You know, if you need somebody to cut your grass, you can always call me.
Yeah, I was looking at lawnmowers and all kinds of, they don't supply anything.
Man, listen, I got a lawnmower, I got trimmers, I got a little saw that I can use to cut like 2-inch branches. You know what I'm saying? That about like
Yeah.
what, 7 feet up, so you can have your headroom. Come
Yeah.
on now.
Well,
I mean,
the
I
grass
could
is
get
a mess because whoever was there before us, I was told there may be stuff in the shed, but now I'm told the shed is empty, which I don't know. But either way, that's what I've been looking into, is because I want to make it look nicer. It's already nice actually, but when you walk across it, you can tell that there's a lot of weeds and all kinds of stuff that hasn't been taken care of in a while.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So if I'm responsible for it, then I want it cleaned up.
Well now you coming up, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it's gonna look good now.
Hmm?
I
Oh yeah.
said now you moving in, it's gonna look good now.
Oh yeah.
So
Do you have a garage?
Do we have what?
A
didn't
garage?
you just
No.
hear say she got a shed?
What's a shed got to do with a garage, though?
Because usually when you got a shed, you don't have a garage.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna draw into that.
Yeah. Well, they have it so that there's a board on the inside, so you allegedly can't open it. But I'm sure if I shove something in there and lift the board, I can open it. I want to see what's in there, because if I have to buy a lawnmower and all that, I'm not going to keep lugging it back and forth in the house.
Hey, speaking of that, I was walking in my friend's neighborhood yesterday, and this guy was like, "Excuse me, sir, can you help me get this out of my truck? I want to get this down onto the house." And I was like, Can I see your ID? Make sure the address is on your ID." He was like, "What?" I was like, "Bro, you never had anybody try to get you to like, still do something, you know what I'm saying? And steal something and it wasn't theirs." He looked at me like,
Yeah.
he looked at me like, dude, you crazy? I'm like, nah. He was like, never mind, never mind. I'm like, yo, if you really needed help, you wouldn't have any problem proving that that's your property. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know,
Why? What neighborhood? What neighborhood were you in?
I was over by Stop and Shop in Holyoke.
You talking about in Holyoke?
Yeah,
Which Stop and Shop?
the one over on Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So listen,
Mm-hmm.
Rhonda, how long do we got you for tonight? Don't be saying like 5 minutes, because I'm like, you know what?
I'll be here for a little bit.
Okay, Jerry, I'm gonna give Rhonda the honor of choosing a topic that we could talk about tonight. All right, it's taking me some time to get on. I had
Can
a.
I ask you one question before we start?
You want to ask her a
So
question
where
before we
were you
start?
moving from, Rhonda?
I'm moving from toward the north end in Springfield.
Yo, Jerry, what the hell's wrong with you, bro?
You
What do
just
you,
asked
what do
me
you
a
mean?
question.
You like, oh, can I ask her a question before we start? Nah, you can't ask her no daggone question before we start. We hop right into the conversation, bro.
You know what that's called?
What's it called? What's it called? Control issues? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, it's called something James Brown started. It's called on the one, meaning that you boom, you just
Right.
start.
So
You know what I mean? Right off the bat.
so if you know that, then
There's no 1, 2, 3, preliminaries. It's like just boom, it's on.
listen. So if you know that, so why are you giving me a hard time? Why can't you just like let the show be the show and be a part of the show instead of the show?
It's called fanfare, It's kind of like like a drum roll kind of thing. It's like an intro.
It's like a jungle sometimes make me wonder how I keep from going under.
I don't get the reference, but I'm good. We're
Are
good.
you serious, bro? Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Are you serious? I don't get the reference. Brother, what year was you born, bro?
That's like old. That's like day one of hip hop, I didn't know we were going that far back into the genre, But
Oh,
at any
come on,
rate,
man.
so I'm going to wait for the topic to come up.
Thank you, Jerry. I'm glad that you're gonna allow us to transition. I appreciate that.
I am.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Jerry has allowed us to transition to the topic. We're gonna leave it up to Rhonda, who comes around once every 2 years. And so in honor of Rhonda,
I don't know
who
what kind of topics you're looking for. I mean,
who's a very not sexual, how about that?
damn it.
And under and under Rhonda, who's a very hardworking and incredible mother.
Thank you.
We like to ask you to bring if I don't know but I know I would like to invite you to pick a topic that we can discuss.
Hmm. Getting back to life after this disaster,
Which disaster?
COVID.
COVID.
I
All
don't know
right.
about you, but it wrecked my life for a long time.
Let's talk about
I
it.
was already messed up, but when this hit, oh
Because
my God, it got worse.
my life didn't stop. I'll be honest with you. I
Well, it
mean,
didn't stop, but a lot of things happened that
I was still broke, but not as broke as before. How about you?
Actually, I have more than I did before.
You know what? You know what? You'll mind your business. Jerry. Jerry. Jerry, you got more or less
Yes.
than you got more or less than you did before Corona hit.
I have more.
Oh, well, I'm always moving forward. I always like to think I have more than I did the day before, regardless of the circumstances.
Hmm.
But
So
I guess
you telling
the
you
one
telling
comment
me
I have about it,
so wait, so you telling me based upon that frame of thought, right? You telling me that if your house was to burn down tonight and someone blew up your car, that tomorrow you'll still have more than you did today?
and do you know why?
No, I
Because
don't.
there is
Please enlighten me.
yeah. So in crisis theory, like crisis intervention, which I used to do like in the mental health field, but just any kind of intervening on any kind of crisis when someone is having going through some stuff, the ultimate goal is not to fix it to where it was before. The ultimate goal is that you come out of it stronger than you did, and so basically whatever our trials and tribulations, they move us further down, the road, that we're going. Hopefully we're going in the positive direction. But yeah, but I always thought that was kind of like how life goes, that you hit a bump in the road, you skin your knee or whatever, stub your toe or whatever, and as you're hopping around, you find, a dollar bill on the ground or something. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it can be something dumb like that, but overall, in the mindset, yeah, you have persevered something, and you are therefore stronger.
Especially if they got car and house insurance, you know.
Well,
And
that depends on
especially
what kind of insurance you have. If you
well,
got
I
like
was just
some,
I was just gonna say that hopefully they got the right insurance. Hopefully they spoke to Jerry. Hopefully they spoke to Jerry so Jerry can set them in the right direction.
yeah, hopefully they didn't miss their last, premium payment, and that's when the fire happens and shit. You know what I'm saying? But at any rate, I like that topic about moving forward, and I would just say to add to this that I'm feeling a little bit uneasy because I'm hearing people talking about things getting back to normal, and so.
Bro,
Especially when I hear white folks talk about, oh, things are getting back to normal, it makes me a little bit uneasy because we all know what normal was like. You know what I'm saying?
bruh, bruh. I am not going back to normal, bruh.
But
You know
that's what
what?
I'm saying. But
I think
I hear a lot of people.
to say something on that, because when I say get back to normal, I mean I used to go places freely, and I didn't have uncertainty about things. I didn't have anxiety about going out places. I was already dealing with, and I don't mind saying, clinical depression, but it got even worse,
So
especially in the beginning, of it, where a lot of things had changed abruptly. Now you can't go places. Now you're not supposed to. Now you're not supposed to. And for somebody, speaking on my own experience going through that, it felt like life had just stopped. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, because I really wanted to be like other people that I had seen. They're on social media, and they're getting together in groups on social media, and they're exercising and being creative. I did not have that in me at the time. However, what I learned as a result of having to be with self and having to deal with the condition, I learned more about it. I learned more how to navigate through it. I learned more about what helps me get through it. And one of the things is education. So I threw myself into the Clemente course in the humanities, and I've gotten nothing but compliments on my writing. I've got nothing but compliments on the progress I've made. I received an award recently for revisions in writing. So a lot has come out of it. So no, life will not go back to normal as far as
Wait, hold up. You telling me, because I remember I knew you before COVID and you didn't know how to write. So you telling me within the
all right. What you talking
within 9 months.
See, now you're being a wise guy.
You telling me within 9 months you done rose up all that
Yes.
to become a Clemente
I'm a
scholar writer.
I'm a conqueror, Mister.
Yo,
Excuse me.
listen,
I am amazing. I am amazing.
congratulations, yo.
Yes, I am a graduate of the Bard Clemente classes of 2020, 2021.
Now,
And
does that give you your associates or your bachelor's?
that gives you credits. It is a separate program,
Okay.
but I am able to go into the associates in liberal arts that's
Now,
also being offered by the same place.
did you finish? Did you finish the program for the addictions counseling?
I did.
Okay.
I finished that. I finished.
Oh, that's why you took the writing course.
Yeah, and I finished the recovery coaching. I finished that, and
yo, you finished that?
Yes.
Yo, congratulations. Yo, now we cool because I went through that course too.
I finished that. You're one of my inspirations, of course. I saw how you were getting through it, and
nice.
Yeah. So there's a lot that I have.
I'm glad you did it.
But right now is focusing on my health and wellness.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was concerned about working and so on, but right now, my work is my writing.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of all of this.
I just want to give you congratulations to you. I think that's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think that's totally awesome. And the thing about it is that that writing is basically is a skill, but also there's a direct connection between writing, the writing process, and the way that we think.
Right.
You know what I mean? So as we write, and I don't know, Maurice, you can maybe chime in on this, but a lot of times as we write stuff and then we look at what we've written, that kind of informs us as to how we're thinking, where our mind is. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, so writing is really, it's a survival skill.
Definitely.
So congratulations.
For me, sometimes when I write, I go back and look at my writing. I'd be like, "Who wrote that?"
You mean in a good sense, or in a
Nah, because it'd be like, it'd be like something so deep and beautiful, and I'd be like, "Who the hell wrote?"
Okay,
this?
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And it's beautiful when you write something, and you come back to it, whether it's a week later or a year later, and it's like, damn, that's like,
yeah, I wrote that.
Yeah, I didn't even know I was on that level. You know what I mean?
And then I'll be like, oh, I wrote that.
It's life-saving.
Can you hear me? Do I have an effect? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear an effect?
I can hear a little echo.
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking for? Is that the effect you're looking for?
Playing around with effects. Can you hear it now? Yeah.
So yes.
So yeah,
that's
so
dope.
congratulations. I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome.
For real, I do too. I was just gonna say that before Jerry so rudely interrupted.
So
Thank
is it just
you.
us
I
three?
love it. I
Where's,
love the
where's
encouragement.
everyone else?
Hmm? What happened?
No, I was just wondering, is it just us three? Well, not just us three, because I mean, us three is enough to,
Yeah,
it's enough to keep the ball rolling,
it is. It is. So I wanted to share my good news. Um, it's great to be able to actually see the light as bright as it is, and not as a shadow. It's great to want to be seen or talk to other people, because it was so bad. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was afraid to be around people. I didn't even know where that came from, because I had come so far with that. Maurice, you know that. I used,
Yo,
I
what?
was
I've
like,
never
get
had
out.
any. Listen, I've never had any problems in life. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? I've always
not you, the
look.
great Maurice.
Listen. I've always been great at everything, right? And everything I've wanted. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten. You know what I'm saying? I've
Oh,
never
I want to
had.
be more like you when I grow up, Maurice.
I've never had a problem.
So, Jerry, how are you?
Yeah, I am. I'm doing good. I'm listening to Maurice talking, and
Spreading all that crap,
sometimes,
right?
yeah, well, sometimes the thing that he's saying is really not a positive. It could be negative, because people who get what they want all the time.
Spoiled. Yeah, he
Yeah, I think
is
that
spoiled. Definitely.
creates issues. That creates issues down the road,
It only create issues for those who are jealous, Jerry.
Well, no, that's the thing, right? Is that to be jealous of someone else is to kind of like to devalue one's own self and one's own worth and one's own potential,
That's right.
So I think that, and I think that we all have the ability to, I'll put it this way. I don't think any of us would want to be in somebody else's shoes.
Bro, let me tell you something about my shoes. I can tell you right now, without a shadow of a doubt, my shoes are better than yours. I don't know where you
Well, you
got
mean
your
like
shoes.
you mean like the material, the construction, or
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
the
'Cause-
craftsmanship?
oh yeah, man. My shoes are like the bomb. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you talking about someone else's predicament in life. That's what you're talking about.
Well, yeah. Plus the shoes too, because yeah. But I mean,
Oh,
essentially,
my
I think that sometimes people, or maybe
God.
everybody, if we get what we want, say like when we're a kid, like and we want what we want, but if we get that, then it creates problems for us down the road,
Bro, now I hope you know I'm only playing. I truly hope you know that I'm only playing because, bro, you know what? When I said that, I was actually thinking about what my life is really like. And I'm thinking like, man, if I get to go to this internship, like this would be one of the first times that I've really gotten something that I really wanted. So trust me, man. Listen, I know what it's like to like strive for something and like fall short.
What
You know?
internship? Talk. What's that?
No, let's go back to the you know what? Let's go back to the original topic because Jerry knows how to like throw people off. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, it was about, getting things back, well, get back to normal. I mean, maybe that was too broad a term, because normal is like being able to just go somewhere without having to worry about, oh my God, I forgot my mask, kind of thing. You got to stop and think about before you go to certain places. Um, Especially me I have asthma. I'm one of the ones that you know, I had to be really careful where I went and make sure I was covered and so on. It's just different, just to be able to be free enough to just walk around it and go wherever you want to go. So I mean, if everybody, I've seen people that didn't really care about all that. They didn't believe it. They didn't bother getting vaccinated. None of that stuff. But I couldn't afford to do that. You know, I had to be responsible and take care of myself. Um, but I can breathe. It feels like I can breathe better. You know, I don't get anxiety attacks like I was in the beginning. I walked into a store thinking I was okay, and I'm gonna go in and get my stuff and go home. And by the time I left that store, my entire body would be itching. Don't know where it came from or why, because I was feeling pretty good. But the next thing I know, it was like I was in this huge panic and couldn't wait to get in my car to go home. But all that's changed. All that's changed.
Yeah, I can kind of relate to that. Almost in reverse, right? Because sometimes I get my car and go somewhere, and and I get to where I'm going, and then that's when the anxiety kind of kicks in, where it's like, oh well, I can't, I don't want to go in, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with you, it happens like once you're in somewhere. With me, it kind of happens like before, when I'm on the verge of that threshold.
Right.
Yeah, and like you said, for me, I don't know where it comes from. You know, it's kind of like I'm like, well, why? What's going on? Talking to myself, like, you know, why? You know, what's up? You know, you're okay. You know, a minute ago you pulled into the lot, and now you know what's going on in what's going through your head. You know, that's making you feel this way. But yeah, and some people, I guess it's called like anxiety attacks.
Yeah.
I guess there's different words for it, but
Everybody can't dictate how somebody's going to respond to something called a pandemic. I don't know about anybody else, but it's the first one I've ever experienced this way. You know what I mean? We have the flu, we have all kinds of things, but this was something that was, yeah.
Hey, yo,
It was out
Sean.
there. It was, yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. Are you vaccinated?
I am.
Jerry, are you vaccinated?
yes.
Sean, are you vaccinated?
No, never will be.
Okay, and I'm half vaccinated. So um
For your second shot?
Hmm.
my second shot I haven't gotten yet.
Are you set up for it?
I did.
Okay.
My
Well, I had to with my breathing and stuff like that, severe allergies. Yeah, I had to. I had to weigh the pros and cons. I had to talk to my doctor and things like that, and because I'm considered high risk.
well, here's the thing, right? So I thought about, okay, so here's a lot of things I thought about, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
so if you ask me if I was am I leery about the vaccination, I am a bit. I really am.
Right.
But if you ask me, am I scared to get COVID? Yes, I am. I really am.
Right.
Right. Um, and the reason is, um, so let's say I get COVID, right? Now, let's say I don't die, right? But I already have chronic kidney disease. I have stage 3 chronic kidney disease, right? And we know that it attacks our kidneys and stuff like that, right? So let's say I come out of COVID. What's the chance that I come out with stage 4 or stage 5 chronic kidney disease?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here's the other thing too, right? So all the diehard don't get the vaccine people, right, are doing nothing to create an infrastructure for those who refuse to get the vaccine and get sick, right?
Right.
So
Wait,
if
say that.
something
Say that again.
happens, the diehard anti-vaccine people, right, aren't doing anything to create an infrastructure for those who get sick and refuse to take the and had refused to take the vaccine, right? So I thought about that. I'm like, well, man, like all these diehard, anti-vaccine people aren't really doing nothing to like, help themselves. And what medical care are those who get sick and really get hurt, really have issues because they didn't take the vaccine? What are they going to do, right? Like what are they going to do for the families and for the children that are left behind? Absolutely nothing, right? So I took all that in consideration, right? um I took yes, the government, gave contaminated vaccines to 98 million people, the polio vaccine. um but so many more people after that got the polio shots and stuff like that. They were fine. um So it was like, okay, well, that sucked, you know what I'm saying? But then they fixed it a little while later, you know what I'm saying? Like what do I choose, right? And what it basically came down to be honest with you, is that like all the people that are saying don't take the vaccine aren't doing anything to make things better, right? And so the only shot I really got in surviving this, and I say this because I've been through so much in life, right? That all the people that were saying that the government suck and the government is wrong aren't doing a damn thing to create a better society to live in, pretty much, other than we march, we march, we talk about voting, which is only part of the issue. We march, but we're not doing much else. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take the damn vaccine, because I remember when my mom passed away, I could barely raise money to actually help my mom. We couldn't even afford a funeral, um, a burial. We had to get her cremated. You know what I'm saying? So while I agree that I don't trust the government, I don't trust these corporations. Like we haven't done anything to build anything else to trust and to believe in. So I kind of agree with them, but at the same time, you're not giving us anything else. So, and
Can I ask you a question?
sure.
In your decision to get the vaccination,
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if this came into play on any level, the whole idea of what would happen to Poetic Recovery if you were knocked out, temporarily or whatever by COVID. Was that a consideration or a motivation for you to get the shot at all, or that wasn't a factor?
To be honest with you, man, it wasn't a factor. Um, it wasn't a factor because, and no offense, I love all the people that come on and support and stuff like this, but like society doesn't really appreciate this. Society doesn't really appreciate the real conversation. And I thought about this, man. Like if we was talking about fashion and Gucci and this and that, all this stuff that gives money to people that use that money to invest in political campaigns that actually oppress our communities, right? And we was talking about fashion, they'd all be showing up. You know what I mean? And so when I made that decision, I felt like I had to like think for myself, right? As if I was here by myself and that there's nobody else, here, like, I'm trying to get to New Hampshire so I can do this fellowship, right? I don't have enough money. You know what I'm saying? A couple people donated money. I raised like $630 so far. That's probably be all about as much as I'll raise, right? And if I don't get the support with the government, with the organization that's helping me with the fellowship, I'm not gonna be able to go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not whining. I'm saying that like for as much as we talking about Black Lives Matters and so on and so forth, right? There's so many people, man, that are doing great things, man, that aren't getting any support that they should. But yet we're putting our money in the pot. We'll put our money in the pockets of millionaires, right, who don't really need the support. So I had to make the decision I had to make because I'm like, you know what? If I die from the vaccine, so be it. You know what I'm saying? But I refuse to just sit here and do nothing and hope that, this that this virus isn't real. You know what I mean? And you know what? I think I have good intuition, right? And for people that I know that were pretty healthy, right? One got sick with the virus and died, right? Um, Another one, I wouldn't say he was healthy, but he was much more healthier than what he is now after the virus. He almost died. You know what I'm saying? Like, so death isn't the only thing, right? It's the complications that come with the virus, right? Um, uh, there's another person who's posted I see, and every once in a while she'll post about the complications she still has 6 months later. I was speaking to a comedian that we all probably know, you know what I'm saying? Um, who had gotten the virus, right? And for a while after, he had breathing problems. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many different complications. We don't know where they're gonna go. There's so much we don't know about the virus, and yes, there's so much that we don't know about the uh vaccine. But every once in a while, I'll go online and I'll read information about the vaccine. I'll look up like the ingredients and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was speaking to my brother, and he was speaking to someone that actually works like on a top level in this stuff. And she was telling him about how they actually watch the virus and they watch how it grows from how the virus creates itself to how it grows, what it does in the cells and stuff like that. So they have a pretty good idea about, the virus. You know what I'm saying? And so um I was like, wow, I'm gonna have a mom one day so he can, share that conversation. I'm gonna see if he can connect me with the person that he was talking to because it would be great to have her on. Not that I'm promoting the vaccine because I'm not. I believe everyone should make their own choice, but I made my choice because from the first day I came into this world, right? I want to say up until now, I've been alone, but I'm not really alone at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some good people, but I'm alone in the sense that like if I want something, like I don't have the family. When you're family, like everybody, when you're gonna do something, I can't say everybody, but like, good decent families, man, they pull together and make sure like you get that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So like I want to be around as long as I can because I got dreams I need to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about it long and hard, man, because I'm like, I really don't want to take this virus because I can't trust the government. I can't trust these billion-dollar corporations. But the other real truth about it is, I really can't trust anyone like most people around me to like help me out, right? Because we're not doing anything to help each other out, of poverty, right? Racism, so on and so forth, right? Like there's Black Lives Matters, that's cool, but it's not enough, yo. And we're not creating anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, this country needs more than two political parties, but like every couple years, we scare each other out of supporting a real strong third party. I can't trust a society like that, with my life. You know what I'm saying? So, I had to do it, man. You know? So, and I still wear my masks. You know what I'm saying? I still social distance, you know. Um, I did take a picture with someone today though, when we was outside, right? So there's some things that I would have done like a lot before that I rarely ever do now. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the first time I really took a picture with someone since Corona started. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, that's me, man.
Yeah, well, I chose to get vaccinated because
Oh, hold up,
basically,
Jerry,
kind
Jerry,
of like what you
Jerry,
what.
Jerry. Before you start that, so Jerry, can you tell us why you decided to get vaccinated?
Yes, because
You're a mess.
in line with some of the things that you were saying, that I know that any disease or any health condition that we get, even if we get through that condition, it still compromises us in some way. I mean, it impacts some other system that may not manifest itself right away. It may take a year or 2 or 5 years. But yeah, I guess the bottom line is for me that if there's something I can do right now to give me an advantage against something that's going around currently, I'm going to do it for the immediate, effect, but also for my long-term well-being.
Yo, no, I hear you. Um, what about you, Rhonda?
Well, I had mentioned that I felt like I had to, in order to protect myself, because of the health conditions that I have. You know, I too had to look at what the vaccines contained, and I also had to measure that with the allergies that I have and all kinds of other things. I had to get clearance from my doctor first before I could even get the vaccine. But I've had a flu vaccine before, um, and after talking with him about it and going over the pros and cons, I made a decision to go ahead and get the vaccine. You know, I wanted to be proactive and not run around thinking that, run around forgetting that there are a lot of people that were asymptomatic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people were asymptomatic. So why would I want to take that kind of risk? I support people whether they take it or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But myself, I needed to do that. It was worth getting the vaccine. I felt sick for a couple of days after the second one, but that's because of my system. You know, but it wasn't a situation where I was, debilitating. It was nothing like that, and I feel a lot better as a result of getting it. And another thing, I keep hearing people say, "Oh, I got the vaccine, so now," no, it is not a cure-all. It's something to help you, but it is not definite that it's going to prevent you from getting it. Your
I mean,
chances are better of not getting it.
generally, I mean, it doesn't prevent you from not getting it,
Right.
but it trains your body to fight it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but the chances are, having the crazy side effect. I mean, they don't know, man, because like everybody's different, yo. You had a 16-year-old kid, I believe he was 16 years old, very healthy. He got the first round. He got the first time he got coronavirus, he beat it, and the second time it killed him. You know what I'm saying? Um, so but the other thing too, and I gotta be honest with you, right? Um, a lot of the antivirus people or a lot of the people that didn't want to wear masks, right? And they was just so wrong about not wearing masks because here's the thing, right? As the social distance things were put in place, limitations were put in place, and the masks were put in place, we saw the number of corona victims go down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and now they're like, and so now these same people are taking the fact that like the 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 percentage of the death toll going down, they want to claim that as a victory when in fact like the death toll was going up before we started wearing masks and social distancing. So how are you going to claim a victory for like something you didn't want to do anyway? So just the way that they try to spend the information, like I can't put my life in the hands of people like that, man, that just like play games with people and just want what they want. You know what I'm saying? And Sean, this ain't to you at all because I know you're a loving and caring human being. You know what I'm saying? So don't I hope you don't feel like that at all. But so many things that I've seen over the last year, right, and read and gotten arguments with people who didn't want to wear masks, like a lot of these same people that don't want to get vaccinated are much of the population of the people that refuse to wear masks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rolling with that population, not at all. Sean, how come you refuse to get the vaccination?
Ultimately, I just don't want to. Just skeptic, really. But I appreciate that like I said, I knew you weren't calling me out, but but I know there's a lot of anti vaccine people out here.
So you're not doing it just because you don't want to do it?
I'm just skeptic of a lot of things. I mean,
Let's talk about it, man.
um,
Because if you feel like you sound crazy saying what it is you're skeptical of, then maybe you shouldn't be skeptical of it. I'm just saying.
oh man, I mean, it's it's just very confusing and it doesn't really make sense to me personally. Um, yeah,
Like,
honestly, I mean, I'm hearing people, explain their own reasoning of why they won't get sick, why they won't catch COVID in the future now because they have this vaccine, and how come they needed this vaccine in the first place. Just so many, yeah,
bro,
non-professional.
can I just say something to you real quick?
Yeah,
That
sure,
is the
sure.
wrong reason why you shouldn't get the vaccine. The wrong reason.
Hey,
Bro,
more power to all you guys. They got the vaccine. That's great.
no, listen. Let me tell you this, right? I mean, if if you're just not getting it because okay, so and I'm gonna tell you, you know what? I could have went over the line of being an anti vaccination person, but here's what stopped me from going over that line. You ready? The fact that black folks were saying, and these are my people, were saying that the government gave black people syphilis and watched them suffer. That was not the whole truth at all. In fact, the government didn't give black people syphilis. They made in Tuskegee experiment. They made them believe that they had a cure and didn't give it to them. Right? They just watched them go through the progressions of this disease and suffer. Right? My thing is, if you're going to talk about something, tell the truth, right? So if you're lying about that, how am I supposed to believe that you're telling the truth about, how the vaccine works or don't work? How am I supposed to? I mean, so you have access to all the information about this story over here, yet you don't read it. But you want me to believe that you have more than enough information about something over here that more than half of the population don't really understand? Nah, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that right there made me realize that, like, nah, I'm sorry, man. You like, I love y'all, but like, I can't go in that direction that you're going. I can't do it. So that right there stopped me from going over into the vaccination tracks. So, but there's things
Can
I
I ask you a
still,
question?
yeah. Hold on,
For- for-
I want Sean to finish first.
Okay, well, that's what my question was too, Sean.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Where do you come down with, Sean, as far as like getting like the flu shot? Is that something you do or don't do every season?
Yeah, that's pretty much again something I don't do. Yeah, haven't gotten the flu shot. I mean, I probably got it when I was a kid, under my parents' care. But I think once I turned 21, I just stopped getting all of those. If there was a shot that was optional, I'd most likely opted out for it.
And are you generally in decent health?
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so one of the things, I guess one of the reasons why I could see people being reluctant to get the vaccine is because my understanding, I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is that for a new medicine to get like FDA approval, it takes like a certain amount of time, a certain amount of things have to happen. And that whole process was really, really fast forwarded with the COVID vaccines. So, I mean, I can understand people thinking or saying or believing that, the protocols, or the precautions that are usually put into place before the government says, okay, yeah, we approve this medicine or this vaccine, it generally takes a long time. That just got compressed significantly. So, I mean, I can understand people saying, well, wait a minute, this hasn't really been, been proofed out, so to speak. So, yeah, I guess for me, I try to look and see, I try to look on sides and understand, how people can have a different opinion than me and, and just look at things differently than I do. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, we have to, respect each other's, opinions.
No, I
And
want to make it.
Opinion, decision. I agree with you, Jerry. I agree with you. And
No, I don't have to respect the damn thing. I do what I want.
We don't like your attitude.
Oh man. Nah, like, hey man, I appreciate everybody for sharing their experience, right? And their ideas on this, I appreciate it. I was about to.
I'd like to say one final thing to you, Rhonda. The move that you're making from the inner city neighborhood to Feeding Hills will be a good move in terms of your overall health, because one of the things that a lot of minorities or poor people who live in the city, particularly in the inner city neighborhoods, there's a lot of environmental hazards. I mean, everything from the carbon monoxide, from the number of vehicles to just a lot of different hazards that are in the environment that aren't necessarily present, the further out you get, from the hustle and bustle of things. And I say that because I live on the South End, and I see, I run like an air purifier in my place, because I go outside and see my car, every day, all this, this film of who knows what is on my car every day, and it's like, well, damn. And I guess, maybe it's pollen, but basically, it's basically, it's pretty much a given that, if you live in a congested area, you're exposed to more, things that can negatively impact your health. So yeah, I think you probably will literally breathe a little bit easier out in feeding hills.
I hope so too. I hope so.
Yo, I actually did some research back in the day about health issues in urban areas, man. And you're right, Jerry. You're 100% right. The asthma rate is higher, infant mortality rate is higher, especially due to the air quality and stuff like that. One thing that people don't talk about a lot is the chemicals that are coming from the fumes of like the 18-wheelers, right? In our communities and stuff. And there was one study done about why there was so much violence in the community. This was like years ago. I read this about 20 years ago when I was doing more activism than now. And they was talking about like how some of the chemicals are like get into people's brain and like change their chemical makeup or whatever and make them more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, wow, this is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, it was scary. It was kind of scary, man. But it's wow. But yeah, man, I agree with you, man. Definitely. Um,
Yeah, and I have one of my I'm not a conspiracy theory type of person, but in the back of my mind, I always have this question about like these chemicals that a lot of people who live in the city use on a regular basis, like to control pests, like raid and that sort of thing. Those chemicals over time, they kind of like
yeah.
permeate you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, there's just on a lot of levels,
Monsanto makes a lot of that stuff, and Monsanto was involved in making the chemicals for bombs and stuff in the military.
Yeah,
So
they were the makers of Agent Orange, weren't they?
yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, so where are all these chemicals that are left over, where are they going? So no, you make a very good point. It's not conspiracy at all, man. It's really actually, if you go look up some of these chemicals that they've made, right? You know what I'm saying? Like they're using some really hazardous stuff. Look at like how many chemicals go into cigarettes, 400 chemicals, one of them being embalming fluid.
Mm-hmm. And so here's the crazy part about Monsanto, right? Is that everything you just said, but Monsanto is one of the primary producers of the GMOs, like the seeds for the genetically modified seeds that farmers use to grow whatever. Yeah, so you figure, how much cleanup did they do for the chemical stuff, and then they're making like these, they're modifying genetically seeds that are going out to farms. It's like food that people are eating.
Bro, do you know you know um about 12 years ago, maybe. I was at this um, conference, right? Um, um, we was talking about how these manufacturers of these um, what's the word there again? What's the word you just used, Jerry?
All the genetically modified, the
Yeah.
GMOs they call them.
So like they have the seeds, right? And then they have the soil, right? And so let's say a farmer buys the seed and stuff from the manufacturer and the soil and everything, grow stuff. Well, if that vegetable or whatever grows and blows the pollen in or seeds in the other person's field and it grows in that field, the companies were going after those farmers and suing them when it was a naturally organic process as to how this stuff got on in that farmland. The other thing was that um, these companies would go to like African countries, like poor countries in Africa, and be like, "We'll give you the grain for free. We'll give you, the seeds for free." And so the companies like bought into that. The countries bought into that, but what they didn't know was that they needed the soil to grow the grains or whatever, right? And the company was charging them for the soil. And it was really horrible, man. It was really horrible. It was a bum deal, right? But then they would broadcast it's like, oh, we're helping out Africa because we're giving them the grain for free. Okay, you give them the grain for free, but they can't grow the grain unless they had the soil that you also develop, what I'm saying, to grow the grain in. So yeah, it's a really big mess, man. But that's how I've been looking up stuff like how do I make my own stuff to get rid of certain things. 'Cause I'm starting to like plant my own food and stuff like that. And so yeah, it's really ridiculous, man. I don't even want to use any of that stuff. Hey Terry, are you vaccinated or no?
Hi, Jerry.
You're on mute, Terry. I just guilted Terry into coming. I was like, Terry, please, if you don't come on, I'll be so depressed for the rest of the evening. And so she's like, okay, all right. You hear her voice, man? Like she has a very beautiful voice. I love to hear her sing. If I wasn't too shy, I'd be like, Terry, what's your number? And every night before I go to bed, I'd be like, Terry, can you sing me a song, please? You gotta unmute. You gotta push the unmute button. The. All right, y'all. Rhonda, you write poetry?
Sometimes.
Okay, go get some. We about to read. Let's do it. Let's go.
No, no, no.
Excuse me. What did you just say to me?
And oh,
I don't take no too well.
that's too bad.
No, I can't. Hey,
You
listen.
gonna learn today.
You're gonna learn today.
You gonna learn today.
Hey, let me ask you. Hey, yo, you want to hear the funniest thing? I wish I can get her on the phone right now. Hold on. Yo, um, she was telling me, um, he was telling me about how they was like coming from somewhere, and the police was asking this guy some questions, right? And the way that she said it, man, the way she told the story was so hilarious, right? She was like, so the police was like, "Excuse me, sir, did you see what happened?" And she was like, "This is how he said it." Yes, I did. I saw what happened. And the cops was like, "Oh, so, sir, what happened?" Well, see, what happened was this guy was coming down the street and he came around the corner and he. I was like,
Testing
yo,
1 2.
man, I hear the
Testing 1
testing
2.
1 2. I hear you.
Okay.
I hear your cat too. Yo, I died. I died laughing so hard. Anyway, I had to tell you that. I don't know why that came up. Um,
I
but
think it was you.
nah, man. Yeah, okay. Do I sound like that? You
You
never
just
heard me.
did.
You never heard me sound like that. All right. That's the
Mm-hmm,
first time. That's the first time you heard me sound like that. So,
mm-hmm,
yo, you know what I'm saying? You need to get your life.
mm-hmm.
You need to get your life straight.
Thanks for sharing.
Hey, can I throw something out too?
No, you can't, Jerry. You throw everything out, including the kitchen sink. Go ahead, Jerry. What you got, bro?
Cornball.
Okay, yeah. So it just occurred to me, right? The whole thing about like talent. You were talking about someone who had a nice voice, who could sing very well, and
Yeah.
so I guess what it made me think, what it made me wonder is, I think that the people in general agree that everyone has like a gift. Some people find it and know what it is and cultivate it. Other people don't or never do. But I guess my point, what I'm asking is, how many gifts do you think we each have? I think that we all have more than one gift. You know, I think that we're multi-gifted. You know, so my question to you, Maurice, is,
Jerry.
what would you say are your 5 top gifts?
Okay, Jerry, you're doing it
Your
again.
5 top talents?
Jerry, you're doing it again. Hey,
What?
hey, Rhonda,
Yes.
you see how dude is just trying to take over the show, bro? Like,
No, we would never
Okay,
do
well,
that.
let me put it like this. That's not the answer. That's just to contemplate, to ponder. You know, we don't even have to ever come back together on that, but just to ponder for yourself.
yo,
So does that make it better? Does that put things right?
nah, I don't, bro. What will put things right is if you stayed on point, bro. Because people watching this from around the world. All right. How about
So we
this,
are on
Jerry?
point.
You want to make it right? Why don't you sing for us?
That's not one of my gifts.
Well, I'm glad you're honest, because some people would just started singing,
Yeah,
and I would
that's
just
not
had
one of my talents.
I would have just had to kick them out. All right, so let me ask y'all this, right? I had an idea, man. I was thinking about somebody, I forget his name, but on his Facebook page, he was talking about like how, adults would be shamed if we was asked to do an adult spelling bee. And I kind of was like, yo, that sounds actually pretty good, because that would be crazy. Like, how many people wouldn't, how many adults wouldn't be able to spell? So, I'm curious, like, how many of y'all would do a spelling bee?
I would.
Yeah,
Would
Rhonda,
do a
you would do
what?
a spelling bee?
A felony?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Why not?
We'll try it.
Do you suck? Jerry?
Why not? Why not?
Are you a horrible speller?
Terry's cat said, yeah.
No, actually, to the contrary, I think I'm a pretty good speller.
Okay, Jerry. Okay, Jerry.
But that misses the point.
Okay, Jerry. You're so good. Let's see this. Okay, Jerry.
See, now what are you doing? You're probably looking up some crazy long twisted word or something, man.
Jerry, spell abyssopelagic.
You should have gave him pterodactyl.
Jerry, abyssopelagic.
I didn't catch the word.
Can everybody please mute your mics? Jerry, you have 1 minute to spell.
I didn't catch the word.
You have 1 minute to spell abyssopelagic.
I'm not understanding the word.
The definition is referring to or occurring in the region of deep water above the floor of the ocean.
What the hell?
Abyssopelagic. No.
I'm not hearing the word.
Abyssopelagic.
Abyssopelagic.
You have 30 seconds.
That's not a word.
Abyssopelagic.
That's not a word.
It's an adjective.
That's not a word.
It's an adjective, and in fact, it is.
It is a word.
It's an adjective that means referring to or occurring in the region of deep water above the floor of the ocean.
Okay, when I say that's not a word, I mean that's not a word. That's a term. That's a
No, it's not. It's a word, bro. It's in the dictionary.
What I'm saying is that that is it's a term that's only used by a very, very few people that
it don't matter, bro. Listen, dude,
that are scientists. No, it does. It does.
No,
because
it don't.
There's words and then there's terms, all right? So every field, every profession has its own, language, and all of those, and those aren't words, those are terms.
Okay,
those are not words
sir.
that are heard in everyday conversation.
Okay, sir. Bro, when you do go through a 7th grade freaking spelling bee, tell me that all those words are heard in everyday conversation. They are not, sir. But you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to get a list of words from a 4th grade spelling bee.
That's because the people who are in spelling bees, they don't have the courage to confront the system and talk about, well, this is not real. Give me a real word. You know what I mean?
Are you kidding me, yo?
I'm serious. I'm dead serious, man.
Okay. Jerry.
So that's my opinion. I'm going to leave it at that.
You have 10 seconds to spell consistent.
Now that I can do.
Let's go.
CONSISTENT.
You have 10 seconds to spell Constitution.
That's a no-brainer, man. As a black man,
don't talk about it.
Be about it. Know how to spell Constitution, man.
Get it.
Yeah, it's CONSTITUTION.
All right, Jerry. You're turning out to be quite a speller there, buddy. All right, there. How about requirement?
I'm into words, man. I'm into the language.
All right, then. So then you should have no problem being quiet and spelling the word. The word is requirement. You got 10 seconds to spell requirement. 10, 9,
That's
8,
what. That's like
7.
REQUIREMENT.
Ding, ding, ding! You got it right.
You got it right, Jerry. You got it right.
I'm telling you,
Jerry,
man, words are my thing. Words are my
Jerry,
thing, man. Not terms, but words.
Jerry, you got 10 seconds to
Yo.
spell metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. 9, 8.
MEEAMORPHOSIS.
All right there, buddy. Okay. Well, golly gee. There, Wally.
Yeah, but to me, it's not so much the spelling as it is the the words themselves, But the reason I'm like into spelling is because when the way I digest words is I try to understand like kind of like the root term, and kind of where
Jerry,
how what makes it up. Yes.
Jerry, you have 10 seconds to spell whimsical. Whimsical.
WHIMSICAL, I believe.
Oh my Lord, gee, guy. Jeez. I mean, you're on the roll there, buddy. Okay. You have
I'm one of those what they call like an idiot savant,
Okay, idiot. You have no, I'm just kidding.
I'm a genius that can't tie his shoes,
I'm just messing around. Yo, you have you have
That was good.
you got 10 seconds to spell wow, I don't even know how to freaking pronounce the word.
Not you.
Man.
So then it's not fair to ask me if you can't pronounce it. It's not fair to ask someone to.
Bro, first of all, you don't create the rules, I do. All right.
Oh, we're all in trouble.
Okay.
And second, life is not fair.
Sound it out.
I am. It still don't sound right. You got 10 seconds to spell comadre.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie?
No,
Camaraderie? Is that what you're saying?
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie.
What
happened to you, genius?
Camaraderie. It's called camaraderie. You got 10 seconds to spell. Camaraderie. It's camaraderie.
It's camaraderie.
No, it's not. It's CAMARA. So it's camaraderie.
Oh, now you know how to spell it. You know how to sound it now? How to say it?
Yep.
Oh, now you're a genius.
All right, next word.
Camaraderie.
Nope, you got to go to the next word, man, because it's already that's been I don't know the word for it, but
Because you don't know how to spell it, that's why. All right, fine.
No, because you already spelled it.
I didn't spell it. I only spelled part of it.
And I think you probably misspelled part of it to throw me off, man.
I didn't misspell. Inconsequential.
That I can do.
Inconsequential.
Yeah, that's like INCONSEQUENTIAL.
All right, Rhonda. Ostentatious.
What?
Ostentatious.
Ostentatious. OST AT.
Nope.
OSTEN.
And yep.
Yeah, OSTENTATIOUS.
All right, Sean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Surreptitious. Sean.
Surreptitious.
Terry, Miss Reynolds, are you there?
It's surreptitious. Surreptitious.
I said surreptitious.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Surreptitious.
I can
Yes.
hear you. Hi, Terry.
Terry.
Hi.
Terry,
Hi.
your word is
Hey, Terry.
your word is parched. You have 10 seconds to spell parched.
PARCHED.
Oh my Lord. Oh my, you know what? You guys are just too smart for me. All right.
You're such a wise guy.
Thank
Sean.
you. Appreciate that.
Sean, are you there? All right, Terry, you can look up a word for me, Terry. Sean, are you there?
I got a word for you.
I ain't talking to you right now. I got a word. I got a
But
word
I still
for
have
you.
a word.
I got a
still
word
have
for
a
you.
word for you.
The word I got for you is pedontist. Hedonist. Hedonist.
What?
Hedonist.
PENDANT.
Listen to me, Jerry. Hedontist. Hedontist.
Odontist.
Hedontist. Hedonist.
No,
Sorry. Hedonist.
Hedonist.
No, I'm not hearing that.
Hedonist. Definition: a person who believes that the pursuit of pleasure is the most important thing in life. A pleasure seeker. Hedonist. Do you give up, Jerry? Do you give up, Jerry?
Wait a minute, hold it. What's the definition again?
A pleasure seeker. A person who believes that the pursuit of pleasure is the most important thing in life. A pleasure seeker.
So you said that was a dentist, a
No,
dentist?
Hedontist, like his hedonist. Hedonist.
I'm gonna take a guess.
No, it's for Jerry to look silly.
Okay.
No, you stumped me on that one.
All right, then we're gonna go to Terry. Terry volunteered. Go ahead, Terry. You got this, Miss Reynolds.
Okay. PED ONTIST.
Huh, not puh. Huh.
Hedonist.
Hedontist.
Hedonist or hedonist. Is that what you're saying?
You can pronounce it that way too if you like.
Okay, so I was a letter off.
The pronunciation is hedonist.
You can pronounce it that way if you like.
That's the way it's pronounced.
I said hedonist.
Okay, so my word for you is existential.
No, you gotta wait till it's done, bro. It ain't done yet. Terry, would you like to take?
So that's your word.
Terry, would you like to take another stab at it? Hedonist. We'll go with Rhonda's pronunciation. Hedonist. Does that help?
Yes, I do.
Hedonist.
HEDONIST.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You see what happens when you go with the lazy. You see what happens when you go with the lazy way of pronouncing it?
Oh, cut it out.
All right. All right, Jerry, go ahead. You can what's your word?
Your word is existentialist.
Exos Exos, can you pronounce it again, please?
Existentialist. Yes.
Existentialist. That's a really good word, sir. Could you give me the definition?
Yeah, it's something that's related to. It's kind of like a philosophy. It's related to just like the core of being.
Existentialist. Existentialist.
Yeah, no, I don't even have. I don't even know if that's the right spelling because I don't have like a dictionary in front of me, man. But
Are you serious?
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take
No.
your word for it, man.
Are you serious?
TIALIST.
No, it's not. It's Existentialist.
But that's not what you said, though, Hutch.
It is what I said.
Not.
It is too.
Can we go to the tape?
Nope.
Can we rewind the tape and see what was actually said?
Nope.
Because you're.
It's almost past my
Okay.
That's
bedtime.
what happens when you have power, man.
All right. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys this, right? What is the most disgusting thing you've ever done in your life?
None of your business.
See, you can't even be honest. You can't even
Yeah,
be
you
honest.
can't ask that. You can't ask that kind of question.
What about you, Jerry? What's the most disgusting thing you've ever done in your life?
You can't ask that kind of question to people.
Why can't I? Bro, we are in the middle of a pandemic.
What's that got to do with it?
We're in the middle of a pandemic. We're allowed to do whatever we want within reason.
Actually, we're on the tail end of a pandemic.
You don't know. Nobody really knows.
We hope. We
hope exactly. You know, I hope Jerry loses his virginity before he turns 62.
That ain't gonna happen, man.
Rhonda, meet Jerry. Welcome back, Sean.
Oh, Sean,
Sorry
run!
about that. I had some technical difficulties for a while, but I'm back.
Okay, Rhonda. So,
Sean, run!
Rhonda.
That's my name, but wear it out.
What do you look for in a guy? What do you look for?
Brain.
All right, Terry. What is the most important thing you look for in a guy?
In a guy, I look for understanding and empathy.
All
He
I
has
need
to
from
hear
you
me.
is understanding.
Yeah. He has to be able to
Understanding is
understand me,
what I need. I'm sorry, go ahead.
read me. Yeah, he
Wait,
has to be able
question,
to
and start
understand
singing.
me. He has to
Cause
read me.
read you.
Yes.
Okay, Terry. Doesn't it take a while to be able to read somebody though?
Yeah, it does, but it depends on the person. It depends on how well you gel together. You know, like if you really find your soulmate, it takes less that time.
Okay. All right, cool. Cause I was like, if you expect a dude to go on the first date with you and be like, oh, I know what you're thinking. Like that's gonna be kind of
That's not going to
impossible.
happen.
Right. Okay. I was like, man, like I hate it when women raise the bar so damn high They know I'm not gonna leave you.
Yep,
Oh,
I
my
know.
Lord. All right, Sean.
Yeah,
Sean,
bro.
what do you look for in a guy? No, I'm just kidding. What do you look for in what
Oh
do
my
you what do you look for in a woman?
Generally, educated, fun, enthusiastic, a little eccentric, surprising, hardworking, organized, gotta be clean.
All right, man,
You know,
Jesus. Damn. We'll come back
I
to you
have a
later.
question for him.
No, wait, hold on. Time out. Wait, hold on. Jerry.
No, because I want to know. Listen.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Jerry.
Yes.
Jerry.
Yo,
Jerry.
yeah,
What do you look for in a woman?
two things: sense of humor and imagination.
Okay. So you guys are telling me that none of the things you're looking for in a woman or man is a nice booty, nice breast, good smile, muscles, strength. Any of that stuff, you don't care about none of that stuff, just like all the other things that matter. That's it.
And
I don't
that
think
stuff
anybody
is
said
here
that.
today and gone today.
What'd you say, Terry?
That stuff is here today and gone today.
Not if you keep
No.
exercising.
True.
I mean, unless you get into a car accident or something.
Something.
All right. Well, I want to put a bit of what Sean said with a bit of what Jerry said, mixed with a banging body, um, nice earlobes, um,
Really.
real eyelashes that look good, um, toenails that don't break, um, fingernails that don't chip. Um, what?
You looking for perfection.
Oh God.
Lord have
Hey,
mercy. Wow.
I'm looking
No,
for a
that's
beautiful.
makeup.
I'm looking for a beautiful
That's makeup stuff
smile.
you're talking about.
Nah, man, nah. I don't like makeup. No makeup.
Well, you're talking
No
about like
makeup.
eyelashes. I mean, aren't eyelashes basically like makeup?
No, but no, because women got eyelashes. No, no. I was actually just. I was actually just teasing. Like, all right. So let me ask you this, Jerry. Jerry. Um,
Yeah,
would you date a bald headed woman?
absolutely,
Terry.
absolutely.
Would you don't Terry? Would you date a man with hair down to his waist? Terry. Okay, Miss Reynolds not here. Rhonda, we will defer that question to you. Would you date a man with hair down to his waist?
If he takes care of it, yes.
Okay. Sean.
Sorry about that. I have to say no.
Okay. Okay. Sean.
Sure.
How many teeth can a woman miss before you would say you won't date her?
Um, I don't know, actually. That's actually
Is it,
um,
is it 5? Is it 8? Is it 7? I mean, we have 32 about. How many can you do?
maybe 10, and I probably wouldn't date them.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
That's a
Terry.
good question. I never thought about it, but you never know, though.
Terry, how many teeth can a guy be missing before you decide not to date him?
No. How many teeth has to be missing? More than 2.
Okay. Rhonda,
Yes.
how many? Terry's like, well, I don't want to be a perfectionist, but okay, 2. Okay. Rhonda, how
Yes.
many how many teeth can a guy be missing before you decide not to date him?
Does he have dentures?
That's not his teeth.
Well, if he has dentures, sure. I dig him. You don't have to have any teeth.
Okay, all right, okay, thank you. Thank you. Jerry.
Yeah,
Jerry, how many teeth can a woman be missing before you decide that you want to date her?
I would go with the, I mean, if she has dentures, then, that's cool. I'm good with that.
I ain't gonna lie. I heard women without teeth can do some miraculous things. I'm just
Watch
saying.
it. Watch your mouth now. Watch
I
it.
I didn't say anything. I'm
You
just
didn't have
saying.
to.
I'm
Listen,
just saying.
you know.
Next question. Next question.
You know what? That's a
What?
good question because there's a lot of people that actually judge others because they don't have their natural teeth,
Yeah.
but they never bother to ask why.
Oh,
A lot
absolutely.
of
Thank
people, from what I've experienced, is people assume a lot that you don't
you. No,
take care of
absolutely.
yourself or they don't do this, but you just never know.
Yo, I'm in this group, right? And this woman was talking about how she wouldn't date a dude with no teeth. I was mad, yo. I was like, so you telling me that I'm working my butt off to get myself in a position to get a woman, right? And you telling me that if I was working on a construction job and I got into an accident and lost all my teeth, you wouldn't date me because of that? I was like, yo, you're so shallow, man. I hope you get the same man that is willing to treat you the way that you're talking about right now, right? Um, okay. Rhonda,
Yes.
would you date a man who walks around without any underwear?
Oh God. No,
Why not?
that's not healthy.
Okay. Okay. Jerry,
Yo,
would you date a man who walks around without any underwear? My bad. Would you date a woman who walks around without underwear?
that depends on what was going on, I mean, if it was there was some kind of a thing we were doing, you know what I'm saying?
So
Really
I don't
Remember I
know.
talked about when I talked about imagination, so I mean, if it was part of of a thing that was happening that we were doing, then yeah, absolutely,
When you say a
But
thing,
in general, no.
when you say thing, can you like identify what type of thing you're referring to?
You know what he means? Thank
I
anything.
don't. I have no idea.
Oh come on! You just want to hear him say it.
I have no idea.
You're just messing with people.
Jerry?
Oh man. Okay, so like for example, if we were say we decided to let's go out and go to a go to a movie and kind of fool around, in the back or something,
You tell her don't wear any
Well,
panties.
I hope you guys don't interrupt somebody's movies. They're pretty expensive these days. Perry.
No, actually, I say that right because there's this theater in Hartford that's what it was about. It's a movie theater, but that's basically what happens. People go there to like have sex and stuff,
Do they wash the seats afterwards or no?
Now that I don't know. I presume that you would bring like some serious blankets and disinfectant and stuff like that.
Ain't nobody
You never know.
ain't nobody bringing freaking baby wipes and freaking. Oh baby, I really did a lot. Let me squirt this off. You know that's not happening. Terry.
Well, no, that's what the theater was about. That's what the theater was for.
Yeah, but you know people aren't gonna wipe it down. I am never going to that theater. I'm sorry. Terry.
Yes, yes, yes,
Terry.
yes, sir.
That
Would
was
you
just an
ever
example, man. I was just kidding. Huh?
Oh God.
would you ever date a man who walks around without underwear?
If he's at home alone, he can do whatever he like.
You go
Yeah.
ahead. Ooh,
Walk
Terry,
around
you go
without
ahead.
underwear.
Miss
What?
Reynolds, you go ahead.
If he
Okay.
home alone, he can do whatever he wants to do. Just
Oh,
don't attempt that out in the open. I mean,
so
if I'm around, don't do it around me unless we're about to get busy, you know?
so you
Then
saying
we'll
if you
deal with
cooking
it.
you saying if you cooking dinner and he
Yes,
walks
with an
out
apron.
and he
Yes,
walks out the room
it's
with no
over.
huh?
It's over.
Really?
Straight jack over.
Wow. Dude, yo,
Yeah,
I hope dude don't come out your room without your underwear on. Don't do it. It's over.
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Gonna be
Sean?
gonna be a long night.
What did
Very
I do
long night.
wrong? Why aren't you talking to me, baby? What I do wrong? What I do wrong? I told you not to come out with your underwear on. Oh,
She's so stupid.
Yes, I want you. I want you.
please, baby,
But you
baby,
didn't
please.
listen.
I'm conflicted right now. Hey,
Well,
Sean. Sean.
Sean out to lunch.
Jerry.
Jerry's on
Jerry.
vacation.
Jerry's there.
He's on vacation.
I'm out to lunch.
I'm here,
I could-
Maurice. I'm here, Maurice. What's up?
All
What's up?
right, Sean. What body part are you willing to do without? Not you, but I actually, what body part are you willing to do without? If you had to make a choice to save someone you love, what body part are you willing to lose?
Maybe one of my feet.
Ooh. All right, Terry. All right, Terry. If you had to lose a body part for someone you love, what body part would it be?
Probably a kidney.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I
Wow.
need my extremities.
Word. All right. Jerry.
I'm just saying.
Word. Jerry.
Yo,
If you had to lose a body part for someone you love, what body part would it be?
fingernail.
Wow.
Okay, Jerry, you want to play like that? Okay.
Okay, no. Actually, so I would say earlobe.
Earlobe. Okay. You look kind of strange. Okay. All right. Okay. Rhonda,
Yes.
if you had to lose a body part for someone you love, what body part would it be?
It depends.
Depends on what?
I'd give a kidney.
Okay.
Or a lung if I had to.
Okay.
Or a part of my boobs.
Did you say a part of your boobs?
Yes, I need a reduction.
Oh my Lord. See, you just wanted to say that.
Here you go.
You just wanted to say that. Okay.
Well, it's true. What?
So for me, what body part am I willing to lose for someone that I love? I guess I would say my left foot. Because it's been hurting me anyway, so I may as well. you know,
Oh my
get a
God,
replacement.
that's
For real, man, it's been hurting me so bad, man. I may as well just get a replacement.
what you do to it.
I ain't do nothing to it. Okay,
Would you consider getting like a prosthetic foot?
absolutely. I mean, it'd be kind of weird walking around with just like the stub. You know, you talking about that's some serious limping going on, bro. You know, I would put like a cat on the bottom of it though.
A what?
A cat,
Oh,
like um, cause I got a big leg, yo. So um, I'm willing to bet um a small cat would fit on it.
oh,
And
okay.
there's no such thing, or
Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, is there such thing as like artificial kidney? I know they have like you could get like an artificial heart, but do they make like kidneys? Like if you lost a kidney, do they make like like a artificial one, or
Hmm.
I mean, do they do that for every body part, or internal organs, or just the heart?
I know they have lungs, artificial lungs. I don't know if they have.
Really?
So yeah, I don't know if they have those other particular parts though. But now with technology, they probably do.
There's a project.
You're saying there's artificial lungs? They make artificial lungs?
Absolutely.
There's
Really? I didn't
actually
know that.
there's a project. It's called the Kidney Project. It's a national research project with the goal to create a small surgical implanted and standing free bioartificial kidney to treat kidney failure.
Hmm.
The bioartificial kidney will give kidney failure patients new hope beyond the short-term solution of renal dialysis in the long term, but and permanent solution of a living kidney transplant for which donor organs are limited. Subsequently, the bioartificial kidney is expected to save national healthcare dollars. 2020 Kidney X design dialysis phase 2 winner. So it's in the works.
You know what? You know what? What gets me is that they're always talking about all this technology and science and all this other stuff, but I'm noticing an even higher influx of cancer. It's like every other day or every other person I meet or something, there's somebody they either have cancer or somebody else does. It's like it's more rampant than it's ever been. I mean, at least from what I've seen. So you have all these wonderful scientists and so on and so forth. So what's going on? What's going on? I don't understand that.
I don't know, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Well, see, here y'all go again trying to like steal my show, right? I mean,
I'm gonna
I
leave you
don't,
and your show to yourself because it's late, past my bedtime.
what? Are you kidding me? Past your bedtime?
Yes.
You know what your bedtime can do, right?
You know what, little
What?
man?
First of all, I'm not little. I'm not little at all.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I guess next to a 7 foot woman, I'd be pretty little. So it's subjective. It's all subjective.
Okay.
Um, okay. Let me ask
So
you this, Rhonda.
yes.
um, dirty jobs. Would you clean the inside of a big toilet bowl?
Depends on where it's at and all that other kind of stuff.
Bondi's Island.
Oh, hell no. They better let me have hazmat and a whole bunch of other stuff on before I do that.
Would you do it?
If they pay me enough money and I have enough protective gear and all that. Yup.
The only protective gear you can have are some plastic gloves and goggles. Would you still do
No,
it?
that's a stupid question. No.
All right. What if I threw in an N5 mask? Would you do it?
A what?
An N5 mask.
No.
Okay. What about you, Terry? Would you do it?
I think you mean an N95 mask.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said an N5 mask.
See, that's what you get for not listening well enough.
Well, we can go back to the tape, man. We can rerun the
Hey,
tape.
bro,
Man.
going back to the tape, bro. Come on, man. Let's move forward. Would you do it, Jerry?
So what happened to the poetry? What happened to the poetry? See, so you let Rhonda throw you off, man, because you were going to do like a poetry round. And
I was
then
trying
Rhonda
to.
said no.
First of all,
when she got the big N-O,
First of all,
then that threw.
First of
then
all,
you were done with that.
First of all, Jerry, nobody throws me off. This is my show. Second of all, Jerry, I was trying something new. I wanted to see, how throwing a little fun in would, mix things around.
Madness.
So we're gonna end this with a little cultural exchange here, right? Jerry, what's your mom and dad's ethnic background?
As far as I know, it is it's African.
Do you know from where?
But I don't know. I don't know where. Yeah, I haven't traced things back to any region or country in Africa. But yeah, both of my parents are African American. I don't believe there's any Indian blood. There could be on my mom's side, but I don't know that.
When you say Indian, you mean Indian from India?
No, Native American.
Okay, so they're not from India. They're not Native American either. Although
what am I say that again?
They're not Native American either.
They're indigenous people.
There you go. And even to be more correct, right? You would actually use the name of their specific nation.
I thought First Nation people is the current politically correct term for the original inhabitants of North America. But anyway, answer to your question, yeah, both of my parents are African American. And so like all the rest of us, we don't really know what the bloodline mix breaks down to.
Those of us who our ancestors come from slavery are probably generally from West Africa. Now, what area is a whole other question. You'd have to hunt down the owners. So
Well, early on, it was, they were the Europeans were going on the coast, and they were picking people, West Africa. But as the centuries went on and on, folks were coming from deeper in the continent, or they were going deeper in. So yeah, but I agree. I think like West Africa, for the most part, but that's where things were staged. But at any rate, when you talk to people of color about their ancestry, a lot of us don't know. Some Europeans, not all, but some Europeans can go back. They can name the ship that their, ancestors came over here on. And some of them can even go back further to like a village in, Italy or Poland or wherever, but most African Americans don't really have the means to trace our lineage back.
Mm. That's interesting.
And that's by design. That's by design too,
Or
Well, I managed to trace my ancestry back to the 1800s. A gentleman named Jeremiah.
Jeremiah was a
White
book.
man named Jeremiah. My grandfather is Indian and Dutch. It's Nipmuc Indian and Dutch. And my grandmother's African American.
What happened?
My grandmother.
So, wait a minute, did you say he's Micmac Indian from Dutch?
Nipmuc.
He's Nipmuc Indian and Dutch.
Do you know he said mixed match
Okay,
Indian?
so
yeah.
Nipmuc, that's this area.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said, did you say
Mismatch.
he was mixed match Indian? I thought we told him there's no Indians here.
No, I said Micmac. That's the tribe in Canada and northern, like.
You said mixed match, bro. Stop lying.
Northern
And I bet you said knick-knack.
You know what? Good night.
Hey, wait, Rhonda, what did you say his name was again?
Jeremiah.
Is this where this came from?
Where what came from?
Can you hear it?
No.
So what would it look like? What would it look like going back 1,000 generations, man? What do you think?
What would it look like going back 1,000 generations? Rhonda would look like.
We're talking like what, 30,000 years ago?
So Rhonda would go back to. Rhonda, where would you go back to, the Aborigines?
1,000 years ago?
30,000 years ago.
Oh, 30,000?
1,000 generations ago.
Generations, he said.
Yeah.
Rhonda would be an Aboriginal.
Well,
I would be a Mandingo warrior.
Yeah. Okay.
Jerry would be like
Mandingo. That's not 1,000 generations, bro. That's maybe 100 generations, possibly, man.
Bro, you don't know how far Mandingo warriors go back.
I know the geography. I know geography, man. I know that this is all just one big landmass. You know what I mean? And
bro, you're going back.
So, yeah.
You're going back before Christianity, bro.
Oh yeah, Christianity. That's only like 2,000 years, man.
Terry, what do you
going
think?
back
Terry, what do you think you would look like 30,000 years ago?
Have no idea. Probably a wrinkled up Indian person. Probably.
Yeah, I think I don't think we
my
recognize each other.
my lineage is Cherokee on my mom's side.
Why would you be wrinkled though?
Who knows? I don't know. You're talking about a long time ago.
Yeah, but
I
we're
don't
not
know.
saying you'd be 30,000 years old now, right?
Oh, okay.
30,000 years ago back then, I doubt we'd be wrinkled because we were probably much more healthier back then.
Probably. We
Less,
probably would be. That's the truth.
probably
That's
less
the honest
disease,
truth because we're eating off of the land.
probably less diseases too.
Yeah, none really.
Rhonda,
Oh,
what do you
so I'll
think?
look beautiful, I think.
Word,
I'll be the radiance
get
if
them,
that's the case.
get them.
Yeah, well, Cherokees they go back quite a few thousand years.
Yeah.
Well, according
Yep, I
to
remember my grandmother, definitely. She was very beautiful. Long hair,
huh,
very beautiful.
that would 38,000 years ago would be oh geez.
What would you look like, Rhonda?
What?
30,000 years ago, what would you look like?
I have no idea.
Yo, you know what Jerry would look like?
I think I'd be looking good. I think I'd be looking pretty good, man. You know.
Jerry would be like one of those dudes, right? You know how they got the thing coming up out of the water in the evolutionary, and it's like the monkey standing up, right? Jerry would be like the fourth one in line. That's what Jerry would look like.
No, I would be in the ocean, man. 30,000 years ago, I'd still be in the ocean, man. I'd be before we came on shore. And shit, you know,
You would be in the ocean, and I'd be riding on your back with like a chain in your mouth, right? I'd be like the hero.
see now you're into this whole Greek mythology stuff, man. You know,
Yeah.
see why it can't be like African mythology, you know?
First of all, no one even said. First of all, Greek mythology came from African literature. In case you didn't know.
Did it?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Read the book. It came out of Africa. Sean, 30 years ago, what would you look like? If you could trace your lineage back, what do you think you look like? I got Jerry in the evolutionary stage. Jerry's the fourth dude in the evolutionary stage, standing up from being a monkey.
No, I wouldn't be that far evolved, man. I'd still be in the water.
I don't know how far I'd be. Let's see.
I still have fins and stuff.
You still have fins?
Yeah, fins and flippers and stuff.
So you wouldn't have no feet yet?
Nope.
Okay, wow.
38,000.
Rhonda keeps saying that 38,000.
All this stuff, and it's like humans migrated from Europe to the Levant 40,000 years ago, following the migration of European populations into this region.
40,000 years ago?
Yeah. But then there's something that says that the first humans were 600,000 years ago. What?
Wow.
Really? So I wouldn't be in the water then.
Nope. I mean, you might be in the water, but you wouldn't be a fish.
Oh, okay.
Okay. For this, what did nature around the Chauvet cave look like 36,000 years ago? And it said two human species lived in Europe 36,000 years ago. They were the Neanderthals.
So wait, so they must have been the first Africans Like they come over the mountain, over the Caucasus
It
Mountains.
said they were present for around 300,000 years, but they were on the decline. That's what they say. And it said it
So,
must include 38,000 years ago. But who knows if this is correct or not.
So we were still, there were still civilizations in Africa then.
This is, yeah, the Paleolithic era. Yeah, this is crazy.
all right, guys.
Yeah,
Um,
on that note.
I'm gonna end with something. Hold on.
I'm in solidarity with Rhonda. I'm not doing no poetry.
I'm not either. Actually, yes, I am. I wrote something, and I'm proud to say that it's mine.
Okay, well,
You mean it's not like the other stuff that you plagiarized from elsewhere?
Hey, Jerry. Jerry, do you constantly pick fights with younger people so you can say that we?
Well, no, you said you're proud to say that it's yours. I mean, it made it sound like it was like this was not the norm for you. You know.
Oh, Jerry.
When we talk, we listen to what you say, you know, and we listen carefully to everything you say, Phil, you know, and it's like
so we know this time.
That's what yeah. But anyway, listen, it's been real, but I've got a dash.
Yeah.
All right, Jerry. Thanks for coming on tonight, Jerry. I appreciate you, bro. It's always fun. It's always amazing.
You know, I'm picking up like a sarcastic note in that, man, you know.
What are you talking about, man? Bro, how many times I gotta tell you I love you, man? Jerry, you're my friend forever. All right, Jerry.
Well, I just want to say it's been real, and I appreciate everyone else who's been on. And congratulations, Rhonda, on your writing. Congratulations on your new spot. And
Thank you.
All right, while you thinking, Jerry, I'm gonna read this poem. It's called Three Roads. Road 1, a dark tunnel far away from where I want to be. Road 2, a road that can lead to opportunities that used to get me where I want to be. Road 3, a road that leads me directly to where I want to be. Road 3 is hardly seen. I constantly take 2 because it leads to 3. Road 1 leads to disaster, self-pity, emotional misery, self-hate, and self-loathing. I see the light. I see my struggle. So many pieces missing to this puzzle, but I find them or make them. Parts I'll crochet, others I'll weld, some I plant. A mesh of action joined to create a harvest we'll enjoy. 3 roads.
Wow.
I like that.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Rhonda.
Hey, do you think it's possible that we could, like, next week or one of these weeks, that we could, like, collaborate on something and come together and collaborate on something and have it, you know, create something in the span of the time we spend?
Absolutely.
You think that would be possible?
Absolutely.
Collaborate.
I think we should do that one of these. We should do that one of these days, one of these weeks.
You want to collaborate? Jerry.
Yeah,
Jerry.
spontaneous collaboration and see what we come up with.
Jerry. Now, the question is, do you have what it takes to be able to spontaneously collab with the spontaneous master?
That means it's time to go because you get ready to start all over again.
Well, can I hang with you? No, man, because that's your element, man. You know that, man. That's your element. So you got to you got to dumb it down to come to us, bro. You know.
No, bro, I'm gonna pull you up, bro. How about we both gonna be on the same level by the time this is over?
That works.
All
That
right?
works too.
We're gonna do this.
That's even better.
We're gonna
That's
do
even
this.
better.
But don't forget, June 19th is
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth celebration, right? I'm working on putting something together for us, right? June 18th will still be here. So y'all get your Black Pride poetry together. You know what I'm saying? Get your Let's Make the World a Better Place poetry together and song, Miss Terry Reynolds, because we're gonna rock it out.
Yeah, Sam already snatched me for June.
What'd you say,
He's
Terry?
doing some stuff. Yeah.
What'd you say, Terry?
No, I said Sam got me doing some stuff for Pamusa
Oh, on the 19th?
for June. Yep.
Okay. Word, man. They always got some good stuff going on. I'm gonna do this
You mean
online this year.
Sam Bass?
Yeah. No, Bradley. Pamusa.
But I'll be there.
Where's that gonna be?
At Pamusa. What time, Terry?
He didn't send me the time. I assume that it'll probably be around, I'm guessing, I don't want to guess. 4.
Okay.
That's a
All right,
guess.
because I'm gonna
'Cause I
start this
thought
at.
usually it's at 6, you know?
All right, because I was gonna start this at 6 because we normally start at like 7:45. I normally start my special evening events around 6. So, and I'm gonna do this especially for those who don't want to go out yet, who are still at home. Word. So, all right, y'all. It is time for me to go. I love y'all. I care about y'all. Man, I hope y'all have a beautiful week. I hope y'all have a great weekend.
You too.
You too, Maurice.
Sean, I hope you get the whole fix on your blow up doll. I hope you get the whole fix and I hope it works. Jerry.
Stupid Maurice, you stupid. Yeah.
Yo, that's horrible.
Have a good night, brother.
Nah, yo, listen, I love y'all, man.
Have a good night, brother.
Yo,
Where's that place that you said to Parmusa?
Yeah, Pamusa.
Where is that?
On Main Street in Springfield, 999, right above it's in Tower Square.
Second
Okay,
floor.
so that's 1500 Main. Oh, on the second floor? On the second floor?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. I'm thinking about where CVS moved to. Yeah, it's on the second floor.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night. Rhonda, you gonna be here next? Rhonda, you gonna be here next Friday?
I am.
It's gonna be a pleasure having you on.
Absolutely.
All righty.
Okay.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right, bye-bye. Terry?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming in.
You're welcome.
You want to end with a song? You want to end with a little song?
Let's see. Oh, how well I remember. I remember all of the things you used to do. There are some things that I can't let go. Oh, but you just hold on to. You are special, special in so many ways. So special, so special. You take the reins. You are special. Oh, so very special. Yeah, I know that you're my God.
You have such a beautiful voice. Such a beautiful voice. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful night, a beautiful weekend, and a great week coming.
You too. Try and get some rest.
You too. Thank you.
Keep your head clear.
I do my
Okay.
best.
All right, sir. Blessing.
You too.
Love you.
Love you too. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Terry Reynolds ending our Friday night cultural exchange. Tonight, I wanted to make it light. I didn't have an interview, as you've seen. Just wanted to create an atmosphere of laughter and conversation amongst us. I mean, as you heard, we did, touch on some very serious topics. Vaccine, why we do, why we don't. Um, and it's okay, whatever choice you choose. I just ask you to make a choice that's as educated as you possibly can. And if you choose not to get vaccinated, make sure that you continue to wear your mask. I got my first vaccination shot. I'm going to continue to wear my mask. I wear two of them. Um, to be honest with you, I don't know which way to go. I don't. But the safest route is what I'm choosing. For me, that's the safest route. Um, I do hope one day that we can all come together and build a society that an alternative society that can work for us, that really has um, us in mind, the everyday person who doesn't make more than 50,000 a year, 60, 70,000 a year. Um, um, it's a hard time. I hope we all make it through. A lot of us won't. A lot of us haven't. Um, One of the things I've been thinking about myself is death lately. Um, and one of the things that, I've been telling myself is that if something happens, I'm going to face it as bravely as I can. But the truth is, I don't want to die, but I don't want to live in poverty. I don't want to live in harsh conditions. I don't want to continue to be abused. Um, so we have to do the best that we can with each moment that we have left. And so I hope that we were able to help make some of you laugh. And I hope, you will join us sometime in the future. Keep your head up and be well. Much love.